This is to all you people out there who keep thinking that people who have severe chronic migraine are just being complainers. Come on, get a life and a dose of reality. Severe chronic migraine is very debilitating, very disabling, very horrible. And it is so hard to function with so much pain, and there's often nausea and vomiting and visual auras and other auras, and your head throbs, and oftentimes it has a life of its own that you can't really control completely. There's medications out there and different therapies and such, but it's really hard to function with that. And it's really hard to work with that and go to school with that. I know. I've been there. I've tried. And I have not been a complainer. I have not been a user of the system. I have not been a freeloader. I have not been looking for handouts. I've really tried. Anyone who says that people with severe chronic migraine just faking it, exaggerating it, or anything remotely like that, anyone who says that is utterly clueless as to how horrible, absolutely horrible, severe chronic migraine can really be, and how it can go on and on and on with no end in sight. It's not just as simple a lot of times as just taking an Imitrex and go lie down for a couple hours. I wish it were that simple. If it were that simple, a lot of things in my life would be better than they are now. I probably would have my college degree, probably my PhD, and etc. I wish it were that simple for severe chronic migraine. I wouldn't have had to go to a headache specialist for a number of years. None of that. If it really were as just that simple as just go take an Imitrex and lie down. I wish that those who make those remarks about people with severe chronic migraine, saying it's just emotional problems or we're making it all up in our heads or whatever, I wish they could spend not just a day, but a year in our shoes. It would take them, I think, a year to get the full idea, the full scope of how horrible severe chronic migraine can really be. The impact it has on your social life, your religious and spiritual life, your financial life, the whole bit. It would take, I think, a year. Again, I'm struggling for the right words to say. It's hard for me to believe that people still have such a stigma, an unwarranted, unjustified stigma and stereotype against people with severe chronic migraine. After all we supposedly know about this condition, I have a hard time believing this stigma still exists, but it does.